The CEO fell in love at first sight with the top college entrance exam scorer from the mountains as the girl stood on stage giving her speech. Her confidence and radiant presence completely captivated him, but before he could find a chance to get to know her, he suddenly received news that his grandfather had died in a plane crash. At that moment, the family was thrown into chaos over the inheritance. He had no choice but to return immediately to stabilize the situation. Before leaving, the CEO wrote her a letter. He placed it inside a bouquet of flowers and sent it to the girl, encouraging her to bravely chase her dreams. 5 years passed in the blink of an eye. The CEO finally settled the family turmoil and secured his position as the heir. This time he returned for one reason only: to find that girl. In fact, 5 years ago, he had already chosen her as the woman he wanted to marry. What surprised him was that on his very first day back in the country, he ran into the girl who had stolen his heart years ago, but something felt off. After graduation, she should have had a bright future. Yet now she looked like she was barely getting by. His heart instantly ached for her. What he didn't know was that after he left in a hurry 5 years ago, the girl was targeted for revenge, all because she had outshined a rich second-generation school beauty. In front of the entire class, the school beauty falsely accused her of stealing a diamond bracelet. No matter how strongly the girl denied it, the accusations didn't stop. Although the professor stepped in to stop the public humiliation, he dragged her into an even deeper nightmare. On the surface, the professor seemed respectable, but behind closed doors, he was cruel and calculating. He tried to use his authority to force the girl to submit to him, because he knew she came from the mountains, with no connections in this city. To protect herself, the girl fought back fiercely. When he failed, the professor immediately framed her instead, claiming she not only stole property, but also tried to bribe her way out of punishment. Just like that, the once celebrated top student was expelled, her reputation completely destroyed by the school beauty and the professor. Now she couldn't even land a decent job. She could only work behind the scenes, helping others plan and strategize. She single-handedly turned people far less capable than her into famous news anchors, yet instead of gratitude, they dumped all the difficult and dirty work on her. One day, the girl was called out for a business dinner. She never expected the client to develop sinister intentions toward her. What made it even worse was that for her own promotion, her superior was willing to sacrifice the girl completely. Even the glass of red wine handed to her had been secretly drugged, because only by pleasing the client could she secure her promotion. After dinner, the client used the room key card she gave him and barged into the girl's hotel room. The girl felt utterly hopeless. In desperation, she grabbed an ashtray nearby and smashed it hard against his head. Seizing the moment, she ran without hesitation, but she had nowhere to go. 2 bodyguards chased after her relentlessly. With no other option, she called her boyfriend for help. Before she could even finish explaining, he impatiently hung up on her. At her most desperate moment, she suddenly turned and crashed straight into the CEO's arms. The moment he saw her face, he was stunned with joy. But seeing how terrified she was, he didn't ask a single question. He took off his coat and gently draped it over her shoulders. Watching her tremble, he softly comforted her. The next day, the girl went to return his coat and thank him again. But the CEO used an excuse to lure her into his place. The moment she stepped inside, she was stunned by an entire